Question is that the bill be now read the third time. The honourable member for Nelson.
Thank you, Mr President. And I rise on the third reading to also put on the record that I'll be voting against this bill. And it's not a decision that I have taken lightly, because this, as most would know who have heard me speak on this issue or read any of the materials I've put out into the public domain on this issue, know that it's a matter that is very close to my heart to see our state have an appropriate political donation disclosure regime in place. However, what we're faced with now is a choice of passing a bill which is seriously flawed. It could have been an appropriate bill. It could have been an improved bill. Because what was brought to us by the government was absolutely insufficient, disrespectfully insufficient to the Tasmanian people and to us as legislators. We could have improved it. That has been prevented from happening, much against the efforts of most independents in this place. And what we've got before us then is a choice which some might categorise or characterise as something is better than nothing. And I've thought about that long and hard. Is something better than nothing? And when I thought about it, and I contemplate the bill before us in the state that it's in, I don't believe that this something is better than nothing for the time being. I think we can do far, far better, and a delay in achieving that is reasonable, because I think there's damage in putting in place this bill. If we were getting even marginal improvements with no detriment, I could vote for it, because in that instance it would be something is better than nothing. But this bill, I think, is detrimental to our democracy, and I think the ways that it's detrimental will be harder to wind back at a later date. So I don't want to see them put in place. And just to be specific there, so it's clear the bits that I'm objecting to, where we've landed with this bill, it's particularly around the public funding arrangements in this bill, and the fact that we have failed to appropriately put in place the sorts of accompanying measures that are required to give effect to the benefit of public funding of elections, which I support. But if we are to have public funding, we must have either caps on expenditure during election periods to go with it, and or donation caps. Without that, the public funding that's provided for in this bill is simply a slush fund for the major parties, and that is my objection. It is absolutely abhorrent for this to be put through and for the two major parties to have delivered for themselves public funding slush fund for this next election, which could well be soon, who knows, but it certainly is going to be within 18 months. And it's a situation of advantaging and enriching themselves for that election, putting this bill through. It is unacceptable. It does not... The marginal benefits from some of the still insufficient disclosure measures in this bill do not outweigh the detriment of that in my mind. I will not be supporting the bill, and I encourage other members not to either.
Question is the bill be now